Welcome back, everybody. We're here in Canada at the wonderful Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Who's going to come out fastest of all in the next hour? Yes, it's time for qualifying. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. We're back once again beside the St. Lawrence River here in Montreal for the Canadian Grand Prix. The event first moved to the variant of this track back in 1978 by none other than Gilles Villeneuve, the first Canadian to ever win his home race and in whose honour the circuit would be renamed. We'll be seeing top speeds of around 210 miles per hour here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 2/3 of the lap taken at full throttle. High-speed chicanes spell potential danger, especially at the infamous Wall of Champions, and watch out for overtaking into the hairpin and that final chicane. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Sainz, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Tsunoda, Perez, Ricciardo, Gasly, Zhou, Albon, Russell, Magnussen, Sargent, Hulkenberg, Hamilton, Bottas, Oldtimer, and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? And alongside me, bringing glamour and expertise to our commentary today, Naomi Schiff. Let's look at their season, and particularly against their teammate. Fair to say, they've got the better of them more often than not. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish. But let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Well, the race is certainly not won in the first lap, let alone turn one. However, what you can do is prepare yourself ahead of time. Visualize what could potentially happen, different scenarios and where you could place your car. And that will better prepare you to make the right decision with instinctive timing.
Okay, so we're not where we want to be. I know we're well down in the field today, but try and keep it clean and... Okay, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage. Okay, take it easy on the car, we can't sustain this level of damage. That start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Great manoeuvre, you made it look so easy. Tyre condition still looking good. continue to cut corners, the stewards are going to give you a penalty. Be careful. Okay, the underbody's taken some damage. You might start to notice it soon. Okay, you're in the top 10. Right, the gap to the teammate ahead of us, 5.3 seconds. You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. Okay, we think the underbody's incurred some slight damage, but nothing too serious at the moment. Just be careful. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay. Okay, we've been given a time penalty. Okay, mate, I know you've had a couple of scrappy laps, but let's focus now on getting your head down and keeping the next few clean. We don't currently have the data for that request. Okay, mate, that still wasn't quite what we needed, I'm afraid, but look, let's move on. Get your head down and chin up and focus till the end of the race. You need to slow down before... Up to speed now, let's get some heat into those tyres. Okay, this is not your true position. They haven't pitted yet, so don't waste time fighting them. They're going to be coming in soon. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound. Lando's coming in for his stop now. Gap to your teammate ahead, 4.7 seconds. Good job, nice overtake. In this lap, push now. Okay. Okay. Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed. We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around a second a lap. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.4 seconds. Okay, mate, right, that front wing damage is going to hurt us. We've really got to look after it now. Let's put everything into protecting that front wing, please. Okay.